win a national championship. And they did beat us in the tournament to get to the Elite Eight.
Barely.
So, but you know, it was fun. It was fun. So now we got Mr. Coach Bruce Kenny on the phone and give his spiel to you guys. Clap it up for him.
Thanks for more love. There we go. All right, so I'm glad to be here today, fellas. I know exactly what y'all going through right now. Like, maybe not your personal life, but I know exactly what it's like to be a student athlete, to play at a high level and to play at a lower level. I mean, it's not that far. Like the very similarities in playing, whether you're a D1 or you're a JUCO, as far as like the mindset that it takes to go into the game, the preparation that it takes. And that's what I want to talk to y'all about, basically getting a return on your investment. Because this is a business. Like, we know, like, from like after like your junior year of high school, when you go into varsity or whatever the case may be, we know that basketball becomes a business and you gotta approach it like that. And that's when you have the most success. I mean, we see players all the time, like LeBron James, Draymond Green, they starting to have sports, but then they starting to have ways to make money outside the sport. Because I want you to know that basketball is what you do. It's not who you are. And so I'm going to say that again. Basketball is what you do. Like, this is an opportunity within the opportunity of opportunity. So if you can learn to extract some things from the game of basketball and get in certain clubs and things like that, you'll go a long way. But you got to learn to build a life like you already retired. You know, Magic Johnson, he got movie theaters, different things of that nature. Like, you need to always be looking with the idea of like, okay, what happens if it ends right now? Well, what kind of man will I be? You know what I'm talking about? So that all talks about starting with the man in the mirror. If we can hit the first slide, I want us to repeat this. And this is just going to be a prerequisite of what we're going to get into today. I'm not going to hold y'all long. It's going to be like 30 minutes. It's going to be sweet and short, but it's going to be impactful. I think it speaks to where y'all are today and also to worry about where you're going in the future. So let's work from the beginning. The work starts with me. I'm starting with the mirror. Let's start from there as a whole. I will no longer.
I will no longer wait for others to change. I realize I can't control what others do. All I can control is myself. I will start with myself. I will start with myself. I will control what I can and trust everything else will fall into place. If others don't elevate to my new level of living, then I will know they aren't meant to go with me. My starts with me.
Yeah, my starts with me. Y'all was a little choppy, so we know we gotta work on that reading. Nah, as a whole, it's hard. But nah, all in all, man, like I said, that's funny. But nah, as a whole, man, like, I know that y'all have a mindset of wanting to win it all. Like, y'all not here for school just for no reason. But we also know that like, while you're in school, you need to worry about what's important. You need to have your priorities in order, your top tier goals. Just one or two things that are your whys. Y'all know who Eric Thomas is? Everybody know, you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe? That guy. I'm a part of his community. So we have like a branch, and I'm one of his speakers. Now, I try to do this full time, but I'm getting there. I have a nonprofit organization at the Quest Academy. That's where I take high school, college men. We're trying to do like a third-party recruiting service. So I'm going to try to help people get into schools. I'm helping them try to learn what they can do outside of sports. And then I have my consulting company, which is Coach Bruce Kenny and Associates. I'm not that far removed from y'all, where y'all at. So I heard some of y'all say like 26, 27 years old. I'm 30. Like I'm January 10th, 1988. I'm 30 years old. But I've learned to synthesize my life. So it's taking something and taking nothing and making it into something. And so when I want y'all to look, Coach, if you can hit the slide. If you get the slide, appreciate you. So look, as athletes, I need y'all to understand that a lot of things are mirages for y'all life. Anybody know what a mirage is? Show of hands. Anybody can tell me what a mirage is? Okay, what's a mirage?
It's like seeing something that's not good.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much. So it's like people walk in the desert and they always have this sign of like, okay, if you're real thirsty, you look in and you might see a waterfall. If you're thirsty, you might see some kind of image of something that you want to quench your thirst. Well, fellas, when I was y'all age, I was real thirsty. If y'all know what I mean. Like, I was trying to get every woman. I was trying to smoke weed. I'll tell y'all this, I was so unfocused, y'all, that I went in to take my ACT high without a calculator. Like, that's how out of there I was. And I'm thinking it's gonna be like some Method Man, how high stuff, like I'm just get all the answers. Some president's gonna come out and just hook your boy up. But that was far from the truth. And I was unprepared. And what I want to talk to y'all is about going into battle this year. When I won my national championship at Richland, I truly believe we were just prepared for the journey. Like, everybody knew and we was on one accord. We didn't like each other at everything. We had some cats from Houston, we had some cats from Dallas, we had New Orleans, we had cats from all over of states in the country. But we knew we had to come together for a common goal. And that's what I want to talk to y'all about. Like, y'all might be from y'all might come from different parts of life, different customs, way y'all interact with one another. Y'all might talk different. But everybody should have a common goal about winning the championship, taking district. Y'all all taking conference. Y'all already got to one spot in y'all life. It's just time to elevate and get to the next. So when I was at Western Texas, because that's where I signed coming out of college, I had to go JUCO. My coach, he was so tired of us like having bickering and talking trash to one another that he said, okay, everybody meet 3:30. I want y'all to meet at the half court, and I want y'all to hold hands and box it out. Everybody who had a problem, we had a fight. So literally it was like UFC. We made a big circle at half court, and everybody was just fighting. And it was like 4 fights. It was blood all over, and that was not a good way to go by doing it. But he was trying to build. He was trying to break the tension. It shouldn't have to come to y'all throwing hands with one another, all that. Like, yeah, be competitive, fight for your position. Be the person that you want to see yourself. Like, make the investment in yourself early on. So that's doing what you have to do so you don't have to do what you have to do later on. When I was y'all age, I was trying to sell weed. I was doing different things, trying to find myself on the outside looking into things on a lot of times because I wasn't doing what I needed to do. Nothing is going to come to you until it comes from you. I'm going to tell you again, nothing is going to come to you until it comes from you. And I need y'all to understand, what you put in is what you get what? What you get out. So you got to ask yourself, am I being the right student in the classroom? Am I being a person that not necessarily is the ideal student, because that's what we want to be, the ideal student, but are you creating the ideal place in your life so you can succeed? You get what I mean? Like, are you creating the atmosphere? Are you hanging around your guys who are going to uplift one another? We used to go clubbing all the time. When I was at Richland and I was at Eastfield, we would go clubbing, we would do a lot of things, we would mess with women, we would smoke, we would drink. I had a bad problem being on tobacco. Nobody knew, but it was my own struggle. That was something that harmed me. And it came out because I was always last when we was running sprints. But some people think you can get away with what other people do and then think you can get the same result as they get. I mean, it was players all the time. We had an All-American by the name of Tony Bishop at Richland. He would go out, club, drink, but what people didn't know is he had a Floyd Mayweather mentality where he would just get up and go running 3, 4 in the morning. He would go find a private gym. He would go work out early in the morning and discipline himself. It's the discipline, not the desire that determines the destination. I'm going to say it again. It's the discipline, not the desire that determines the destination. You can want something as bad as you want, but if you don't start being a man and doing what a man has to do to see rewards, you're never going to be what you want to be. It's just not going to happen. So you got one chance to get this right. One chance in your life. And this is the time to get it right. You don't have to wait till the game is almost over. You see, it says the distance between losing and winning. The dude taking the shortcut right here. Y'all seen this image before? The dude taking the shortcut. I remember having one good year. When I won this, it was one good season. The rest of the 3 years, I was absent. I would half do it. Sometimes I'd be into it, sometimes I wouldn't. And I was getting average results because I was hanging around people who were doing things the average way. Your work ethic got to increase. This is the perfect time to have a work ethic like no other. LeBron James, even though he changed, he going to LA, he doing all these things. Y'all see him in the weight room. He doing that, boy. He one of the oldest men in the league at his age playing at a high level. It's not by mistake. Brady playing at a great level because he disciplined with his body. He don't drink soda in season. It's just certain things you just can't do. And some things you gotta do, like non-negotiables. As an adult, we have non-negotiables. For me, I gotta wake up at 4 or 5 every morning. I'm not that good at it, but 4 or 5 every morning, and I gotta send off emails. I gotta get media press kits. I gotta take the same work ethic that when I had winning success in sports, I gotta carry it over to business. People don't care about what you know until you can tell them how you got through it. People don't care about nothing that you can do They hire managers because they know how to manage situations. You got to become a solution. Your coach hired you because you're a basketball player and you come with some kind of product. Your basketball is your product. That's your skill set. And when you bring it to the table, it's got to be like no other person that can do what you do the way you do it. That's how you add value to situations. That's why they hire you for contracts. They bring me in to speak. They bring me in because I'm the solution. When Allen Iverson, that's a little bit before y'all time, y'all was probably like 3 or 4. But Allen Iverson, he had some scrubs on his team. Matt Geiger, Eric Snow, you know, boy. Some cats that just didn't have game, but he was the answer. And he was able to put his team on his back. There's gonna cause a time for you in your life for you to be an answer. In life at an early age or now. Like, we know we can't play with this thing. We come from certain situations where people counted on us. If you get the slide, coach. We know people counted on us, right? And everything doesn't always start off the way you want it. Look at Kobe. When he first started off, no points, 1.5 points, 10-2. They thought they had a guy who was going to carry the franchise. They thought he was going to be the next guy to carry the torch in LA. But what happened to him? He started off slow. Airballing, everybody was laughing. Everybody was looking at him like, dog, this is him? Like, this is going to be the guy to take the Lakers franchise to the next level? Like, he going to keep us on the map? He went scoreless 14 times. There's going to come times that you're going to take L's in life. You're going to go scoreless some games. It's not always going to be about you. How will you respond when you see his name in the paper and your name not in the paper that week? How you going to respond when he get 10 boards and you have 2 boards? Are you still going to be able to clap? See, I was the type dude that I knew my time was coming, but I didn't play a lot. But when I played sometime, I started a few games, but they were already there and they had already known the system. So I was just coming into Richland 2009 when I went to that church. I was just coming to be a part of something because that's just what it was. I needed to just get a part of a winning system. I needed to get out of my situation. So I sat the bench until coach called my name. When he called me, I hopped up, I got in the game, and I was ready to go to work. And then out of nowhere, when we went to nationals, that's when it really was on. Like, I felt like I was the man. They had the scouting report on everybody. These cats do this and that. But it was my turn to show different. So I came in, I scored like 11 points that game, like the second game of the national tournament as we was advancing, and that was it. I started making my phone calls. Hey, I had a game like this with my coach. He really didn't want to look after me to get me to a certain school. It was my job to go do my own recruiting because I didn't have my grades in order. But I made my calls. I did what I was supposed to do, and I got to a 4-year. I got a partial ride. But just that one moment, just like Colin Kaepernick, you know, he stepped up versus the Packers in the playoffs, and he saw scrambling, did his thing, and he made it. He made a name for himself. That's how your moment might come. You might work this whole year, and it's at one moment it might be on and popping, and you can take over from there. But I need you to get attached to it. You got to get attached to it. So weight room, so preparation, all those different things. Coach, if you get the slide. So look, I need you to understand this, that you got to follow through. Like, a lot of things going to happen with that in the year. It's going to be temptations. It's going to be distractions. People going to be pulling. Ladies going to be pulling at you. But you got to have a mindset that you're here for one reason. I'm talking about that common goal. I need you to be a man of business. Like, don't get caught up in all the distractions. Don't get caught up in the mirage. Things might look good. They might appear good for a time or for a season. But those things are going to fade away. You always going to have a club. You always going to have women. You always going to have the drinking, the smoking. Those things are always going to be there. But this basketball experience will not always be here. This is community college. How many years you get? Every year is not guaranteed. Like, just because you came this year, a guarantee he going to sign you back the next year. That's what you need to understand. Like, once you get understanding that this is a business and the way you add value to situations is what really matters, then you'll say, you know what? I need to take my college experience a little bit more serious. I need to be a man that's prepared. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Look, you can't be like Iverson to say, oh, this is just practice. I thought that was my part. Like, I just show up for the game. I thought I was sweet. It doesn't work like that. And it's not really too much I can tell you to get it across but what I'm saying right now. Like, there's no magic trick to this. Ain't no magic formula. If you were to speak to Oprah, if you were to speak to LeBron James, if you were to speak to anybody with a name brand and they got a business, Kevin Hart, they're not going to tell you nothing secret. Like, secretive that nobody else knows. They just going to tell you the work ethic that it takes, the maturity that it takes. I remember times, like, you know how what happened with Ohio State and Urban Myers with that situation? There was times like that in our locker room when we were out on the road. We was trying to get into other things. And we didn't handle it like adults. We was out trying to do other things besides work on our business. And what we was here for, which was playing the game, but to win it all. So I need you to have that mindset when you're dealing with people. Y'all need to think smart. If no means no. Y'all got me? No means no. And if something does happen, you need to be smart. Like, just stop thinking with this head and not thinking with this head. Excuse me, I don't mean ladies, but I'm just being honest. Like, certain situations, y'all have the world given to you. But people not gonna stroke your ego for too long. You gotta break away from the umbilical cord. And I don't mean the one that's attached to your mom. I mean the ones that's attached to distractions, the ones that's attached to certain people who are not good for you. I'm talking about people who are telling you, look, you got everything you want, bro. Y'all know how it is. Your homies back home, they would love to be in your position. They would love to come with you on this trip. But it's the unaccompanied commitments that are going to save you. The unaccompanied commitments look like signing here. It looks like deciding to finish school. For me, I had to finish school. It took me 7 years to get a 4-year degree. But I was relentless. Like, I was on top of I told them, y'all have to keep me out. They were like, don't come back the next year. Because I'm going to come back every year. Teachers was looking at me, he here again? He ain't played for, it's been 2 semesters that went by and he ain't on the team no more. Because I'm trying to follow what other people doing my senior year. My coach would always say, he said, look to your left, now look to your right. The same person that's standing to your left or to your right might not be here at the end of the year. He said, if it's not one of them, it's you. And I looked at him and I was like, man, that'll never be me. I'm a part of organizations, entrepreneurship. We meeting Paint Man, they got General Colin Powell coming out. I'm up here at FCA, Fellowship of Student Athletes. I'm the preacher kid on campus. It'll never happen to me. But day by day, I let people get to me. I started listening to what others had to say. Bro, what's the point of doing this? Why you want to be like the ideal student? Why you trying to act like you perfect? Nah, bro, I'm here for a mission. I know my purpose. And then slowly but surely, I was taken away off and I stayed off because at the end of the day, it starts with me. But slowly but surely, I got off the path. Slowly but surely, I let other people's opinions of me sunk into my head. And I started believing what other people have to say instead of what I was here for. Other people going to try to get you to get off track. Or you might be trying to get them off track. Find out what you meant to do. This is your purpose. This is what you meant to walk in right now. And as you build this is going to help you propel you to get to that next level as a man. You learn what you learned in basketball, getting here early, disciplining yourself. See, when we went to Richmond, we won a national championship that year. We was at the national tournament, right? And the first team and the second team was going at it. And the first team, they thought they was cold. My boy, he spent off me. He was trying to boom, and I hit him. My boy, Tony Bishop, who won the national championship player of the year. He was the player of the year. I hit him. Coach didn't say, why you hit him? He was like, you bum, you can't stop me, bro. Get out of my face. Like, you got to foul me. That's the only way you can stop me. So I was like, hey, we need to turn up. So next time he came through the lane, he tried that again. I picked him up, and I slammed him to the floor. Everybody was looking at us like, bro, nobody looked at me like, that's what you doing, that's him, no, you'll hurt him. Nobody looked at me like that. They looked at it like, nobody's getting free buckets. I was trying to make a statement. You either going to be impacted, or you're going to be impactful. Like, you're going to be impacted by somebody else, or you're going to be impactful to the situation. That's the only two in life. You got people who have answers, or you got people who are buyers. And I need y'all to find out, get connected to your source. Get connected to your education piece right now. Because if you do it right here, if you do it the right way you're supposed to do it, he gonna get you somewhere. If you do it the way you're supposed to do it, somebody gonna knock at your door for the 4-year. Or at least you can go and do some recruiting on your own like I had to do. But I understood that I had to strengthen the hand I was dealt. A lot of y'all come from different ways of life. You've been given a different hand in life. But you have to strengthen that hand. You put your socks on one sock at a time like everybody else. But you got to learn how to play the hand you were dealt to your best ability. And only way you're going to do that if you get committed. Unaccompanied commitments. Who you going to marry? What kind of house you going to buy? What kind of friends you going to circle yourself around? Those are the type of situations as men we have to walk in every day. What you going to do with your financial aid money? Are you going to buy all kicks, clothes, or are you going to put something away? See, I started with the end in mind, and I worked backwards. I I go ahead and got my paperwork right for my companies, my 2 businesses, and now I'm working backwards. And I'm coming here today, speaking to y'all, getting y'all right, and then what's gonna happen? I can take this film, chop it up, other schools gonna be interested, people gonna come to me, wanna buy my book. I got my book out. I got my book, 150 pages, leverage. So now when I walk into another school, here you go. This is what I talk about. Are you interested? Can I add value? Can I be of service? That's what it takes. That's the follow through. You got to finish what you start. This is a beautiful start right here. Y'all got an opportunity to do something that nobody else is doing. But you got to make the best of it, because when you look back, only thing you got is your memories and the person that you got to look in the mirror to and be like, did I give it my all? Did I really represent it? Because it's going to come and it's going to go. If you don't focus, if you don't finish what you start by trying to win the championship and filling the pieces into your puzzle in your life, because this life is like a puzzle, and you got to put the pieces in the right place to get the result you're looking for. And finish like a champion. That's why my book is called Build What They Can't Take From You. Anybody can win, but can you live as a champion? It's a lifestyle. It's dedication to what you believe, to your purpose. All of this plays a factor. Everything that you do plays a little discipline, step by step. You don't just get there by, the jump shot just not gonna fall every day. We talk about Ray Allen, y'all see him with the Hall of Fame. He got to where he got to. I'm coming to a close. But Ray Allen got to where he was supposed to get to by practicing. He got out there, he had a work ethic like no other. Stop trying to be so much about 2K. I know there's nothing wrong playing the game, but you need to be a real life 2K player. Like, you be trying to get your own BC badges up. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, because you're going to look back and that video game will still be there. It's going to be 2042, and you're not going to be on the game. You're going to be able to keep creating your player. For me, my own life, I used to play franchise. I do the draft, boy, put myself around 4 or 5, right? And then I'd be like, okay, they got LeBron, they got KD, they got the Marcus Cousins, and I'll pick somebody like Kawhi, and then I try to build around the team. And then and one day I just had enough. I was like, what? It's time to build my own life. It's like, and my partners look at me like, bro, that's going to take time. What else we going to do? We got nothing but time. This money is going to go something eventually. Like, you're just not going to stash and then it's just going to blow up overnight. You got to make power moves all the time. Those are those unaccompanied commitments. Get your degree. And really, a lot of people not graduating. They say like 2 in every 12 kids get their degree on a college basketball team every year. How many we got in here? About how many? 25. So that means about 4 of y'all gonna get a degree. The rest of y'all worrying about getting over that water, trying to get overseas, trying to get that footage right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's a great thing. I was trying to get that footage right. But when everybody's after the same goal, as in me, you fall short of what's important. Y'all need to remember what's important. Y'all need to be there for one another. If you're not good at math, you good at math, pick your boy up. If he has a lousy work ethic, you need to help him get in the gym and be a better man. Be in the gym. It's unaccompanied decisions, man. That's my time. Thank you.